Hello world. Let's enter a new lesson. In the CT4I, let's find the info. Let's add the member function. Static private type is wild draw clock. The parameter is wild. ONCCT4I.cpp static wild draw clock wild. First of all, let's do another thing. Edit. Please find else / ONCCT4 underline each. You will find get count large. Now in the bottom you will find application. Here, just do something here. Else / underline ONCCT4X underline H underline. Now let's add our definition. Then backup the IDE and our own software. About the definition, you will find the size bar. The keyword. Now let's add our definition. Define get DC capital letter get DC x y equals get DC x. Note, there's no semicolon. It's a definition. Go back at the define here. At define here. Yeah. Let's find the info. Colon get DC D backslash ONCCT4 make whole word only checked. Match case checked. Look in subfolders checked. Then press find button. The result we found 6. The keywords colon get DC. Now let's add the function enumerate font families ex at ONCCT4I.cpp. This function was studied at about lesson 76 apart. Now let's replace HDC equal get DC. No, replace by HDC semicolon. Get DC capital letter. No, HDC. Here we have semicolon. Get DC we have just added just now. Let's add in TB WNDPLC function. You will find WM underline APP plus OX100 colon. Replace these two lines. HDC get DC ONC dot HWND HDC get DC ONC dot HWND HDC. Now let's go slowly so you have enough time to finish your job. Good job. Now go on. Let's find the on-draw RB. RB means red button at the corner of bottom right. Now let's replace HDC get DC ONC dot HWND TB replaced by get DC ONC HWND TB HDC. Let's go on. On-draw SB system button. Let's replace HDC get DC ONC HWND TB get DC ONC dot HWND TB HDC. Now let's edit on-draw TB. TB means taskbar. HDC get DC replaced by HDC semicolon get DC ONC dot HWND TB HDC. Now let's edit iTip PLC. HTC get DC on C dot iTap. HTC get DC on C dot ITP. HTC. Now let's define another definition. Get Windows DC. Define get Windows DC capital letter y equal get Windows DC X. It hasn't semicolon also. Find in file get Windows DC d\1c64 match whole word only checked, match case checked, look in subfolders checked, then find we have found two. Get DC. Now let's replace in arc function. Replace HTC get Windows DC HWD. Replaced by HTC get Windows DC HWD HTC. Now let's edit in set CP date. Set clipboard date. HTC SCR screen SCR get Windows DC HWD replaced by HTC SCR get Windows DC HWD HTC. Now let's define 3 times. Release DC. Another API function is delete DC. Define release DC XY. Release DC XY. Find in file release DC d\1c64 match whole word only checked, match case checked, look in subfolders checked, then find. We find 8, not 80, 8. release DC. Now let's use Control H. Release DC. Release DC. Replaced by release DC. Eight items will be replaced. This class we have about 3 definitions. Then replace the old function use with the new definition. You just add definition, then replace the old function. Please do it carefully. Now let's have a break because we have leave the designing of the driver. In sometimes we will call our own driver. Just waiting. Ladies and gentlemen, see you later.